All right, fellas, here's how it works. $1 to look at it, $2 to touch it, $3 to watch me touch it.
That's a nice looking man.
Back the fuck up, Antonio! My dick!
Hi, I'm Johnny. This is Johnny Likes, the show where I talk about movies that I like. Today, I'm talking about a comedy from the mid-2000s that is largely forgotten, and dare I say, a little bit underrated. Today, Johnny Likes Beerfest. Beerfest stars the Broken Lizard comedy troupe, who are best known for Super Troopers, but have also made some consistently funny movies over the years. The plot goes something like this. Two brothers head off to Germany to spread their grandfather's ashes. They find themselves inadvertently at Beerfest, an underground festival that runs parallel to Oktoberfest. It's basically the Olympics, but for drinking games. The guys make fools out of themselves and vow to return next year to regain their honor. There's also a subplot about their lineage and a beer recipe, but none of that matters. Once they get back to America, they assemble a team, and we follow them as they train for the big event next year. I was thrift store shopping recently and came across this little gem on DVD. It was slim pickings that day, and this one had some director commentaries and some other special features, which can be the deciding factor in whether I purchase a DVD or not. Until I saw it on the Value Village shelf, I probably hadn't thought about the movie in close to 15 years, probably since I first saw it, or maybe a few years after that. It came out in 2006, and I remember having high hopes for it, as I had really liked Super Troopers, and I was a little bit disappointed because I kind of wanted more of like a Super Troopers 2 type thing, and they weren't really doing that. They were close, they had the same vibe, but it was not it just wasn't quite what I was looking for, and it just let me down a bit. This time around, however, I had a blast watching this. The jokes were just the right amount of clever. The cast seems to be constantly trying to make each other break character, like laugh on screen, and the amount of barely restrained smiles in this movie is pretty incredible. They all look like they're genuinely having a good time and seem to be actual friends in real life. That feeling of hanging out with people that you like and think are funny translated very well onto film here. It's just fun to watch these guys goofing around. I'm not going to spoil any setups or punchlines, except for this one thing. So mild spoiler coming up. I loved how they dealt with Landfill's death. How they deal with and acknowledge all the problems that his death creates, and the solution they came up with of just having a twin replace him and just be Landfill 2. It was so dumb that it was genius. I could picture the guys writing this and going, we can't just have a twin take over, can we? And one of them must have believed just a little enough to have been like, yeah, we can. And then they all just shrugged and went along with it because why not? There's not too much more to say about this film other than I found it strangely charming and I laughed out loud several times throughout it. Sometimes it was at big setups, sometimes it was just little throwaway lines or moments. I did find it a little bit long for a comedy, like it's almost 2 hours, but it didn't really drag too much, and I was never looking at my watch. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. Other Broken Lizard stuff to check out would be Club Dread, Slammin' Salmon, and Super Troopers 2, which, out of the kind of big comedies that had sequels come out within a few years, like Zoolander 2 and Anchorman 2, and this one too, like 20 years later type sequels, Super Troopers 2 was by far the funniest. So what's your favorite mid-2000s comedy? Who's your favorite Broken Lizard? And what's another good party, drinking, not stoner movie? And don't say Animal House. If you guys could let me know in the comments, that would be great. And if you could also like and subscribe, it's quick, free, and relatively painless. Plus, it really helps me out. Thanks for watching me talk about movies for a little while. And you can tune in next time to see what else Johnny likes.
Can you move over, please?
I like to sit in the middle.
What the hell am I supposed to do?
You got room, you're little. You want to sit on this side?
Fuck you.
the world.